With the increasing challenges of today's society, it's easy to lose perspective of the things that really matter to us. Florian, a somatic coach living in Oakland, California, is passionate about helping people with leadership development, conflict resolution, and stress management.
What I do is I help people settle and open. I take them through a process in which they become more present in their bodies, in touch with their feelings, their emotions, and really to get more in touch with a source of wisdom, creativity, sense of power, and then we have a conversation around what's important to them.
Florian usually does his Aikido teaching and training with his students in the dojo.
In essence, what I do is I work with what I call the source of leadership, or the source of mastery. And you know, in certain tradition, it's also known as the self. And the self refers to the person as a whole human being, not just their cognitive thinking. You can have a lot of ideas, but it doesn't mean that you can do these things. So I help them to come back to themselves, to the totality of themselves. And obviously, I work a lot with their body, but not in a way that, you know, we do a lot of exercises, but get them in touch with the life force. So what is it that makes that person come alive?
Florian has been practicing Aikido for 25 years. Aikido has been his inspiration, and he uses the principles of Aikido in his coaching practice.
Aikido is a Japanese martial art, and what I love about it is because of the vision that the founder of Aikido had. He took these traditional martial arts into something that he naturally felt inclined to move towards, which was bringing people together, resolving conflict in a way that wouldn't leave any losers and winners, but that would benefit all. I really think people are amazing creatures and they have so much potential, but a lot of that potential gets lost. And this process has helped me to get more in touch with what that means, to start moving in that direction. And I see that in my students and clients. Something opens up and something becomes more possible.
You know, the first thing that comes to mind is presence. And people talk about presence in a lot of different ways. I think what Florian models is a very inviting presence and a very clear presence, presence with a purpose. And sometimes people think that's soft. The only time you can act in is right now. It's the only time you can make changes. Florian's a great person to work with that on, based on the breadth of his experience. I think he brings a lot of different things from a lot of different perspectives, so that's quite helpful.
I would definitely recommend Florian. He's a great guy, and his training has been very helpful for me. And he really shows a lot of values that you can not only bring while learning Aikido, but stuff that you can bring into the real world. Like, you know, challenges that you face in everyday life, and, you know, you can work on getting through obstacles to better yourself.
So Aikido offers a perspective that is kind of unusual in a way that it looks at dealing with conflict in a way that resolves it in a positive way, meaning that there's no victims. I'd like to think of it in terms of mathematics as 1 and 1 is 3. Right? I can have a perspective and someone else can have a perspective, and they don't necessarily have to agree, but we can come to a place where it creates something new.
1 + 1 is 3, the spirit of Florian and his Aikido.